Greetings fellow tank commanders. In this video I'm going to be showing you a game that I played with the Gorynych KV-5 in its awakened form. This is one of the 7 monster tanks available to use during World of Tanks Console's 2017 Monsters Awakening Mode. The game I'm playing is an encounter battle on Grim Graveyard, which is a special Halloween version of the map Prokhorovka. Throughout this Halloween event, I've supplied my Gorynych KV-5 with a large repair kit, large first aid kit, and automatic fire extinguisher. I do end up losing silver most battles, but for me this Halloween mode is just too awesome to not take full advantage of. I'm also using my most experienced Soviet crew, which has 16 crew skills and perks. I find the Gorynych KV-5 to be the most powerful of the monster tanks, with its reliable armor, hit point regeneration, and awesome offensive potential, being able to light enemies on fire with every shot. It is definitely my favorite monster tank to use because I consistently have great and super fun games with it. Most of the time I like to take my Gorynych KV-5 to the center of the map near the encounter base. That way I can not only absorb a lot of fire from my teammates, but it also gets me into the action as early as possible. And unless the enemy team has more Gorynych KV-5s than you do, fighting at the front line isn't usually a problem. As soon as I could, I started shooting at the enemy Gorynych KV-5 because he is the highest priority target in this game. I'm using my mortar shells to fire over the hill and continuously set him on fire. And here comes the finishing blow for the Gorynych KV-5. Watch where you're going, Spectre! Well, thank you for that easy double kill. I'm quite proud of being able to lead that Lycan T-71 with a mortar shell. The enemy Revenant Craft Panther is in the back, and to spot him out I'm using my Request Fire command, which is the only way to keep track of those tanks unless you're auto-locking. But be careful, because if you're constantly requesting fire, the game will consider that spamming communications, which means that you won't be able to use that command at all, and sniping the Revenant tanks becomes much harder. That's another easy 2 kills. These high explosive mortar shells are not letting me down, but I do like to use the second ammunition type when shooting at fast moving enemies. If I had been on my mortar shells there, I think I would have been able to get that Spectre, which is a shame because I had all the kills in the game up until that point. Now I've got to go chase down the enemy Lycan and Craft Panther. That lucky shot from the enemy Craft Panther caught me on fire, and it's a good thing I still had my automatic fire extinguisher. But even if I didn't, I would have been able to use my large repair kit after I was done burning. And with the firefighting skill on this crew, it wouldn't have been too long. I just took a full clip from the Lycan T-71 in the back, but with my regeneration ability, I'm not too worried about it, and I'm just going to continue prioritizing the Craft Panther so he doesn't get away. That brings me up to 5 enemy tanks destroyed. Now let's go see if I can get the Lycan for number 6. Immortals. We'll put their name to the test. Yes, I got 6 of the 7 kills in this game. Now let's check the post-game stats and see how I did in that awesome game. For this game, I lost 20,000 silver from using the automatic fire extinguisher, but as I said before, I'm perfectly fine with losing silver in this event. I earned 3,866 experience with a 3x multiplier from the monster drop op. I also got a 2x crew XP multiplier and a small repair kit. In this game, I dealt 4,438 damage, assisted with 524 damage, and destroyed 6 enemies while blocking 1,635 damage. I placed at the top of my team, earning a base XP of 831. This isn't the most damage I've done with the Gorynych KV-5 in this event, but because I destroyed 6 enemies, it made it the highest base XP. I managed to hit 12 of my 28 shots and penetrate 9 of those. With only 9 actual penetrations, I managed to get 70 damage hits, which is from the fires that each of those shots caused. The crew and module damage is always hilarious when you use the Gorynych KV-5. I damaged the viewport in the Spectre, damaged the engine, ammunition, turret, and viewport, destroyed the fuel tank, track, and radio, and injured the commander, all in one Gorynych KV-5. With all those damaged modules, that commander was probably relieved when his tank finally was destroyed. I damaged the ammunition and viewport, destroyed the fuel tank, and injured the driver in the Revenant Craft Panther, damaged the engine in a Spectre, damaged the engine, ammunition, and fuel tank in another Revenant Craft Panther, and finally damaged the engine, turret, and radio, and injured the commander in the so-called immortal Lycan T-71. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing that fun game with the Gorynych KV-5 in its awakened form, and hopefully you've had some great games with your own monster tanks. Happy Halloween, fellow tank commanders! Stay tuned for more awesome World of Tanks videos.